Hmm. Oh. Yes!
We're on a big win streak, too. Talos runs are weird. Let's see what we get. Hmm. I made this coffee a while ago, and then I, like, kind of took a nap. So it's still warm, but I would like for it to be hotter. A friend of mine got me, like, a self-heating coffee mug. It has its own little hot plate and all this other stuff. I haven't brought it out in forever because I worry about breaking it by cleaning it because it has electric components. And also, like, I ran out of places to plug it in when I got a wax melter. I need to plug it back in. Rising Rage is very good. We have a Battle Dancer with 2 copies of Rising Rage, which tells me that we have, like, a dance floor, top floor optimal strategy. I don't know how we control the lower floors, though. Jackstrips is really helpful against this Entropy Seraph. It helps with a couple different things. If I'm concerned about how I'm controlling the bottom floor, Jackstrips definitely makes that, like, a more manageable thing. So I think my opening configuration is we place Shield Steward, Spear Steward on the top floor. We put a Battle Dancer anywhere, Talos anywhere. We fly Battle Dancer somewhere on the second floor, Talos anywhere. We fly the Battle Dancer up to the top floor. We fly Talos. We Rising Rage the Battle Dancer, and then from there on, we use Rising Rages to shuffle things around, play Inspires on the top floor. Pretty simple. We can drip vault enemies. So how helpful is the Jack Strips? How long do we just not contest the bottom floor? We have to contest the bottom floor for Kale, but Jack Strips actually strips away damage shields a lot of the time. I think I like this. This does seem to have a lot of utility. All right. If I get more shifting abilities, maybe we can play Celestial Radiance for once. All right. Let's try it. I'm always nervous about Celestial Radiance, but I think it's the strongest, like, possible thing for Talos. I just often don't live up to that possibility. We're going to have to be fighting against a lot of spikes up on the top floor. It's going to make our Spear Stewards very fragile. I think I set up like this. Yeah, it triggers his shift. Units leaving or entering floors always trigger shift. This is a Stryle, so maybe I should be... Well, he's only going to recover from 1 sap here, so let me just not play other bodies. And we should be okay. I was thinking of a Spikes guy, not a Stryle, like the, but that's a second floor boss. Okay, we got the kill. But I can do even better. It's like kind of my way of showing that off. The other plays I could make. Okay, let's see. I need more spell upgrades, more shift synergy. Shifting other people doesn't help me a lot. Selfless Sacrifice is a shift ability. Divinity might be better for me, though. I think our answer is maybe to find other units that make us better at the shift synergy, rather than it is to pump Valor. I think Damage Shield is better at preserving our guys. Well, Molded is always pretty cool if you don't have any copies of it, but that's 2 Calcified Embers very early. I'm actually going to skip this. I think we're focused on having very few unit deaths, and just using Molded for some support cards, and using the Dregs as chaff that get removed from our deck very quickly. Which means I want to check Banished Banners, because I'm not planning on building up Harvest units. I'm just going to pick this direction for Banished Banners. Got Dualstone, Titanstone. Well, I have an ideal unit for that, which is this Firebrand. The Demonic Fledgling also should work well under Dualstone if I wanted to split the benefits. I could put, like, the Battle Dancer could get one of those. But the Firebrand on the bottom floor with just those 2 buffs actually does a lot of work on that floor. But the Fledgling is much better within a dance floor, even with those 2 buffs. Like, I could put one of those on the Fledgling. The Dualism goes well on the Fledgling. You want, like, Dualism multi-strike for him. And then they go pretty hard. But the Firebrand is a very, very stable unit just to stick on the bottom floor. Take a Firebrand. I think I just have more success overall with a Firebrand in this kind of position with these kinds of upgrades. Let's see. I don't think I necessarily want to put a Heartstone on anybody, so we're moving on. That was a difficult choice. Elabor. Alright. Our current top floor strategy is doing a lot of chunks of, like, 15 damage, which makes Elabor kind of a nightmare. Actually, no, he gets armor. He doesn't get Titan Skin. He's got Titan Skin 1, and this doesn't give him more. So the other concern here, of course, is that we've got a Calcified Ember that we won't be able to drop if we take this challenge. How important is that? How much do we need at this Merchant of Steel? I'm going to hold the Calcified Ember and take the challenge. Fire's Greed can also help us make money. So I think we're really, really looking to money max. Looks like we cannot quite get our perfectly constructed floor immediately. But it's coming. I'll put a lot of damage on the Flagellant. Both of these will die on the way up. With Titan Skin, this unit is already, like, armor positive, so I don't have to fret about them much. There's no way for me to access this Collector right now, I don't think. Spear Steward, Dreg ever get it? He's got 15 health. No, he has an extra 20 phantom health, because a lot of the damage he's taking is from his own flagellant effect. So this will cause him to die, but not get the Collector. Okay. Inspiring this floor. Just gonna drop this Vengeful Shard. Oh, if the Firebrand's doing that much damage, we're safe for the fight. Does he heal on the way up? No, he just gains damage shields, which I think gets stripped by the Jack Strip. Oh no, he's still got his damage shield. Oh, I see, I see. Jack Strips are piercing damage, so they don't care about the damage shield, but they won't remove it. I'm going to save her flight so we can put up melee weakness. And I'm going to throw that out. Oh, he still gets 1 armor as an action at the start of his turn, so this extra attack probably nets him some armor. Yeah, because he takes one more turn. Well, we've got the kill. I could also, like, Drip Ball him or things like that. We really need the Zephyr room for this to kick up. Nope. Sure are none of you. I think I will take a copy of Challenge to try and stack melee weakness on flying bosses. A one-off Entombed Explosive doesn't feel like a bad idea right now. I wonder if I have to go to the Merchant of Arms to check for that room. I think I would sooner go to a Banished Banner to try and replace some of my top 4 units with better shifters. We've got Multi-Strike, Large Stone. Okay. I'll just take a second Battle Dancer. I do not have a good multi-striker. The Battle Dancers are okay multi-strikers. Maybe I check an event here? What could I get out of an event that changes things up? Not a lot, unless I have an upgraded unit. I cannot afford the Large Stone and the Frenzy Stone. Maybe I get Rare Draft from another clan and make use of that or something. Mirror. This is really rough. Make like 1 extra copy of a Firebrand. If I had discounted Rising Rage, I'd be super comfortable just making 5 copies of Rising Rage, no joke. It's pretty much okay. Extra copies of Challenge don't really help. I do not want to make extra copies of unupgraded units. An extra copy of Firebrand right now is pretty difficult to play. It's not bad, but it's very difficult to play. The Firebrand on the bottom floor is pretty strong because it gets its revenge very often. The second floor Firebrand's not very strong. I'm just not going to duplicate anything here, actually. So, that is a definite miss. I'm going to Large Stone one of the Battle Dancers. Just to get some more raw stats in. And I'm going to purge one of my Shield Stewards. This is Furious Frenzy Archeon. I don't think a Heartstone even helps me up on that fight. I've had a number of cases now where I would have taken Strength Stones if they were offered, but I'm only seeing Heartstones and Wick Stones without rerolling the shop. So that's a bummer. As I mentioned before, when we're playing Talos, we really do want to be playing with a lot of units. Let's see, if I fly out of here, they gain enough to get the kill, because they get 3 Valor. Not to mention the melee weakness in the challenge. I can drop the Calcified Ember here. Selfless Sacrifice on Talos clears the champion, but taking 4 damage is probably worth it to remove a Calcified Ember. Got a kill threat on the Shield Steward. I do not need to respect. Got a Rising Rage. And I think the next funny thing that we can do here, play an Entombed Explosive, Rising Rage that as well. Gets his melee weakness stacked up higher. Makes him take 60 damage from this. He's going to take 40 damage from this. And then we fly a little here. He can take another 40 damage. That's a pretty good smack. And we built up some extra Valor on our big boy so that he's also a little more productive. I don't want to play another Dreg there right now. I think we want to bring out another Battle Dancer here. And a Dreg. Burn this and Inspire. He'll Wave. He's at 27 attack. We're not quite killing off with a Firebrand, but we could. I think I'm actually going to stall a little bit to try and maximize Fyra's Greed. Let's see. I know I have him easily killed on the top floor. It's going to take a moment to see if I can find more Vengeful Shards to hurt me. I'll get an extra 20 gold out of the stalling. Which got us above a 200 gold breakpoint. Intent on Death does very little. Heaven's Word is an extra shift thing, so I'm probably taking that here. If Wings Radius was not paired with a Calcified Ember, I'd be more tempted to take it. The Avenger is kind of cool here. I don't really want to take a third Battle Dancer. The issue with the Avenger is that he, what's it called? He tends to eat the melee weakness himself, but it's fine. He's got a higher attack stat than almost anything I'm running so far. It's only 22 for being a 3-size unit. Taking Hell's Flame here. So we just use him in lieu of the Shield Steward, and our deployment should be a little stronger now as well. I really want magic upgrades for my Rising Rages. If I could get a holdover Rising Rage, I'd be very comfortable with that. Thank you very much. My favorite thing to do from there would be to intrinsic it, but I'm not going to worry about that if it's not on offer right now. I'm just going to make it free. I don't think we have a good double stack target. Not really. Double stacking Selfless Sacrifice is okay, but it's not that great. No damage targets. I could double stack a Drip Ball to help me out against certain bosses later, but it's not that important to do. I don't think it's necessarily that good. Remove a Shield Steward. I think our ideal top floor is probably like Avenger, Battle Dancer, second floor Battle Dancer, and Talos, bottom floor Firebrand. That seems about right. I have a duplicate available. Let's see. Because I have a duplicate available, I think I might double stack the Selfless Sacrifice and then duplicate it. Because I don't think I double stack... I don't think I duplicate this Rising Rage. If I re-roll, I'll get the -2 consume. And I won't be able to afford anything else. So on the re-roll, I'd be -2 consume and throwing it on something. Maybe there's a world where I double stack the challenge and duplicate it. I just don't think that's good enough. I actually don't think any of those are good enough. So what am I duplicating? Back to that question. I think we duplicate Heaven's Word in that case. This is just a strong card baseline. I'm just going to go full Celestial Radiance, I think. Try and make it work. If I don't find the room for it, I think it peters out. But I'm very interested, because I don't think I've ever won with this path. This should be playable because of the Titan skin on the Firebrand. Should be able to live through the whole thing. Give me all that money. Alright, so Firebrand is the most important boy. Should be Avenger. I guess it doesn't matter where we have each Battle Dancer. So there's still the room for it. Means I do have the free room to deploy like a Hymnist if I find one. should challenge him so that I don't have to keep dealing with him. Two copies of Heaven's Word. I think I set up dregs here and then maybe like throw some dregs up top just for chip triggers. I should prioritize units that stick around for now. Maybe I drip ball this guy. I don't know why I would want to do that, though. Why would I want to do that? I don't think it's good enough. Should do something like this to make sure that we're getting the armor out of the Valor. I'll drip ball you to prevent that that mechanic. Ooh. Okay. Cool, cool. We got our shifts, we got our kills. Yeah, since that knocks him down a floor, we do get the jack strips, because jack strips is not when they ascend, it's when they move between floors. We're going to take some nonsense into our deck. Profane Supplicants. I can just move Talos to the front. Gives them the melee weakness. I don't want to cast into that too much, but I might not have a choice. I'm gonna move Talos to the back. How on earth are you not being killed? Good lord. You've got melee weakness 4. Is it because you're getting hit by a Spear Steward who's sapped? That's probably why. Yeah, Spear Steward eats it. Lame. I need this guy to get his Valor in. Could actually like Rising Rage Heaven's Word the Firebrand. Doing 912 damage off of just the Firebrand for this guy. Just gonna keep shifting. Imagine this unit has actual thorns. Not super glamorous, but we got through it. Worth another 200 gold. Shield of Wing is so good. Let's see. Sacred Wicks, Wax and Spike. This is all pretty much unplayable. There's maybe an argument for Sacred Wicks. It brings back dregs. I have a lot of space for dregs, which means it's like 17 something damage for a couple, like for an extra turn. It's like an extra 30 damage. It's not that bad. It's like 17 damage per dreg. I need to go Merchant of Arms to check for the friggin' Zephyr Room. Blood-Soaked Arena is very playable on my bottom floor, actually, with the Shield of Wing. So that floor is continuing to get stronger and stronger. Boiler Room would be the other option there, but we're just going to keep the Blood-Soaked Arena that we have and re-roll this, I think. Actually, I probably want a Glass Cannon to go on one of my top floor units. They're not hitting hard enough. If I don't have a Zephyr Room, Fight Club's like a fallback for that. Echo Vault is also playable because it can help trigger a shift, but in a lot of cases, it just makes the floor like a little harder to manage. I'm gonna take the Fight Club. Um, there's a possibility here of doing a merge between the Shield of Wing and a Bloodthirsty Blade. It does make the units hit super, super hard. It just gets a little hard to play, but we're gonna go for it. Because it's really funny. It is fairly functional. I don't think I can really afford to make anything deployable at 6 energy with all the units I have to play. Because we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the Firebrand, so we cannot afford to deploy anything actually yet. If I made either the Fight Club or the Blood-Soaked Arena deployable, we could deploy it starting after Kale. How much does that matter? I don't know. Let's see. Here, we're probably going, like, Pyramane's Armory, Merchant of Trinkets. Maybe go Merchant of Magic, try to get, like, Spell Chain discount on our Rising Rages, or an Intrinsic Rising Rage. Actually, yeah, I do like this Forgotten Boons Merchant Magic Empyrean Well, so we're probably not hitting this Pyramanes at all. Do I want this Echo Vault? I just don't think I do. It can help me get up a little more shift, but I really have not pulled the good shift creatures, which has got me very worried about the run overall. I'm just going to hold my cash. Removals. I think I'm removing 2 copies of Inspire. It might be 1 copy of Inspire and 1 Shield Steward. So my top 4 units, ideally right now, Avenger, Dancer, Talos, and 3 spares. So my 3 spares can be 2 Shield Stewards, or it can include 2 Spear Stewards. So for now, we don't need to remove them. If I had better units, I might remove them. But I did not get the kind of units that I can duplicate. Yeah, we'll take that. I think overall the answer for this run is maybe if we didn't take the Firebrand, I'd have better stuff to deploy at the top, and I could have the Avenger at the bottom. But the Firebrand puts in so much work up here, it's insane. Like, it's hard to think about removing the Firebrand because of how good it's been. Fight Club, Greg, Spear Steward. Fly. It's funny, this is going to ramp less without the multi-strike stuff going on. I think I just lose the Spear Steward, and I'm not going to fret about it. I want to put this out, because it controls a lot of the fight. Not collecting that collector. I think that's fine. Talos can take both of these hits. Do that just to trigger the shifts again. Yeah, there's a lot of utility in sending up dregs up there that are just acting as temporary blockers. You can also fly Talos back, get 6 more Valor in. This guy's going to solo the boss, isn't he? Yep. Look at this. My work does not matter. I think the Firebrand eventually doesn't solo everything. Let's see. Death Suit's really good against our flying bosses. Benediction's also good in general. I'm going to take the Death Suit here. These don't work for me. There's maybe an argument for taking Crushing Demise and playing it only on the second floor. It's maybe doable. Want to go Merchant of Magic here? Is there a double stack target? Not a good one. Once again, we could double stack the self-sack. That's like, okay. I have a lot of money, so I should throw it on something. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the self-sacrifice, and we'll reroll, I think. Maybe do a -2 consume on an Inspire, get it out of the way. I have a holdover. This is not great. I could maybe do like a holdover drip ball for a boss lock. It forces me to take draw if I do that after Kale, which I think is not terrible, but it's not good either. Didn't hit any non-consumes to try and non-consume a Heaven's Word or non-consume a Self-Sacrifice. Would have been very happy to do. There's not here. I feel so powerfully ambivalent about the options that have been presented to me this run. So there's also the possibility that our answer here is that we Keepstone discount our second Rising Rage, so that we always have 2 of them. I think that's our only really presented offering to increase our shift scaling and make sure that we always have a shift choice, which is very bitter. I do not like this, but I'm going to try it. Which means we're probably duplicating either a unit or another consume spell. We could maybe just duplicate another Battle Dancer here. I hate duplicating unupgraded units. But these units scale with our shift, and we're playing on shift. Getting that right away is great. I want to do this too. I fly that, and I fly Talos in front to take the hit. Five. More stuff. We got a good Valor unit at the front. Right, so we didn't get to strip these shields, but it appears as though things are working out, actually. So we got the full 7 there. Means these guys probably just hang out somewhere. After this burnout, I could possibly bring in a shield up. Spear Steward there. So I've got 2 advances. I want to end on the Battle Dancer at the front so that it can get its Valor in, or this other Battle Dancer for the same reason. So I think what I do here is this followed by this. The damage shields keep it protected. And that's all good. We'll not play the Shield Steward now. Spear Steward, knock him out. I have a Glass Cannon option. Back here, he's got 3 damage shields, and I have not drawn more units. I think if I advance, oh no, that's that's Ascend advance, so it won't pull him ahead on this floor. He'll just do damage. This has got to be a thing about getting more melee weakness in. We do that, we kill 2 of them. Hopefully that's not the Cherub dying because it's feeding the sniper, or I might lose the run. I think I'm on thin ice here, so we got to play the Inspire and the Vengeful Shard instead of the Calcified Ember. Let's see where this gets us. Okay, that's tolerable outcome. We get our rooms up. That should help. Send them the advanced explosive. Doing 700 to Kale. This melee weakness 6. Pretty nice. I think we play Sacred Wicks to be done with it. And just throwing these out here puts a bigger dent into this Fallen Executioner. $700 damage hit on Kale. Our Firebrand is scaling to a frankly ridiculous extent. I think we do like a Rising Rage. How many units are up here? Got 5. Should be like Rising Rage, Reg, Heaven's Word, and then I can Rising Rage this other Battle Dancer if I wanted to. We fly her, then Rising Rage you, burn the Inspire. Okay. One thing that's funny here is if we Rising Rage Kale, their melee weakness keeps stacking up because of the Penitent's Death Suit. So moving the Flying Boss around is actually really funny in circumstances like this. And yeah, I think I'll do that. Because with the days, they can't feed anything anyway. So it's just a funny thing for me to do with my excess energy. And it helps us not burn the melee weakness until we're ready to pop them, which happens on this floor. Meaning I don't need to carry about the leaks here, so I can drop this. We can also technically do this, and this, and this. Makes the floor look a little prettier. Died on the revenge. Wickless recruitment. So this can be used to remove corruption late, so I'm going to take it for that reason. And I think I'm taking Limbo Solace because I have 2 holdover cards. And that's going to mess me up if I don't take this. I think I'm on the Merchant of Steel to fish for multi-strike on my Battle Dancers. These Battle Dancers are very under-upgraded, and they actually just need any amount of extra damage we can find. So I'll take multi-strike on the large one. We will take a Strength Stone on one of them, and a Quick Stone on one of them because it says plus damage, or plus attack. Then I will re-roll it. I think I Dualism one of them and Bravestone something too. Yeah, just get twice as much Valor for you. And get some starting Valor for you. I can Wickstone a Dreg here, but it's very little extra value. I could also Wickstone the Explosive, but once again, it's very little extra value. Maybe we Large Stone the Avenger? Sure, I can do that. Take Fire Remains, take the upgrade onto Celestial Radiance 3, which is the biggest baseline stat block available for Talos, and it is melee weakness 3 per shift. Alcove, what do we get? Let's see. So Hef's Hammer is a clean extra 20 attack somewhere. We've got a planned room on the first floor, and I don't have an X-Coster to exploit a boiler room. How are we at exploiting Spell Sanctum? We can use it for Drip Falls, for Heaven's Word. It doesn't really do much for our Rising Rages, naturally. So there's a couple of things we can play there. Mostly, it makes our Heaven's Words cheaper. I'm just going to take the Hammer, the extra 20 attack. It's worth noting that flat attack values matter more for us because we stack melee weakness. So that's part of why things like the Fight Club that we already have set up pay dividends. So the Deafening Heralds will shut down some of our mechanics. The Purified Souls get automatically killed by jackstrips when they move up. So the question is, can our top floor do 500 damage by itself? And that's going to be difficult, but I think that um, things that are not killed by our Firebrand, there's not much of a difference. I don't think we're in a strategy that wears things down. I think we are closer to a strategy that kills things right away. So naturally, this has some possibilities of backfiring, but whatever. We're on Fire's Greed anyhow, right? Don't we just take these? Okay. So I think I start up with Avenger, and then this Battle Dancer, and then we get this Battle Dancer into Talos. Yeah, because this floor, like, almost just blows up on its own on the way up. Just do this, that, that. I could add Dreg here to kill off these other two Purified Souls. It doesn't really matter. I think I just do this, this. I've thought, if I Drip Ball one of these, do I get Valor? Yeah, I do. Totally do. Sweet. And unfortunately, the Silence makes this thing really close to dying. So this is 6 damage apiece, so I need to stop the third instance of 6 damage. That doesn't do enough? Okay. Our Firebrand might be a little screwed. I can't play another blocker in front of it here. I could Heaven's Word it. Puts the Battle Dancer in the front, though, and then it stops, like, doing the work it's supposed to do. So I think we're just not able to fight for the bottom floor in this configuration, which is a bummer. It's not what I want to see. I can get some Valor onto the Battle Dancer with this trick, because this thing should be dead for the Slay trigger. That blocks me on playing the Heaven's Word that I want to play, though. Just play the Heaven's Word. Focus on constructing the top floor. I can Wickless Recruitment to make this a permanent unit if I wanted to. I'm not certain if that's a good thing. I'm gonna Death Suit this Gladiator, because I think his high health value is problematic right now. I feel like I'm supposed to have more Rising Rages right now, but I don't have. I wonder if we should be Glass Cannoning this Battle Dancer, because it's got the multi-strike. Okay, so that gives me a shift from the Avenger. I was wondering a little bit how that would play, but it does give me the advance. Fortunately, I don't have my shift triggers right now. Let me just do this. Yeah, you do your incant, it's fine. I want to get the extra armor in, I think. Drip Falling him, of course, extends the... it stacks him up, but it gets the more melee weakness on. He's going to have more total distance to cover. I should look at every melee weakness at cutting the enemy's health in half. This is going to make him effectively like a 50 health unit by the time he gets up to the top. That's the game plan. this incant any number of times without bothering me. This challenge also has a fun interaction with the Death Suit. Okay, we have the 7-unit limit. This unit's going to burn out in a little bit. We're not meeting our kill preview. Let's see. I would love to have this Battle Dancer in instead of this Dreg, but because we're at the 7-unit maximum, can't quite make that happen differently. What we do here is this, and then I want to have the biggest possible attacking stat at the front to exploit this, which we already do. So I think what I do is just move you out of here to take the 1 damage, so that we're not silenced and I can benefit from Talos. So now that I can benefit from Talos, I need to send Talos back, get a lot of triggers, get the melee weakness, and be good. Alright. I think this will block the Ascend, but it won't block the Advance. Right, playing too many spells into that will cause him to kill the Battle Dancer, which I don't want. So we don't do that extra thing. I think the rest of my plays for that round are solid, but I want that unit alive. I can do this and still kill them. Yep, looks good. We get an extra 9 Valor out of the deal. We have to spend a lot of this run scrounging for pennies, basically. Let's see. If I drip fall this Deafening Herald, it dies on the way back up. Let's see. I think we want the Battle Dancer moved up, so it doesn't die from the strike, and then it will get more value. There's no meaningful Witless recruitment play, so it's very strictly for the last couple fights. The Deafening Herald does not have as many problems as I expected. The Avowed Gladiator's not dying, but we can fix that. These guys are not going to do any work. Throw them out there. Actually, no, we're not going to throw them out there, because I should be drip falling Rax to prevent his resolve effect, and that means he needs to have no friends. I think the other plays I need to make are, at the very least, we need to move Talos. Yeah. So if I move Talos, Drip Fall Rax, I think we Rage the Herald, but I probably want to Rage something else first. Let me put the Avenger at the front. Then Rising Rage this guy. So he eats just 1 attack. We don't get the revenge until he's dead, but that's fine. And then we let that be dazed so that he does not gain another multi-strike on his way up. What's our preview look like? That looks bad. So I think if we Rage you. Rage you. Now we win. Play the rest out as a technicality. Pretty tense, but we didn't leak much. We only took like 1 damage from a random guy along the way. I'm going to go ahead and take a Demonize to help me, like, pummel endless bosses. Not endless bosses. Flying bosses. Okay. Might be a Merchant of Arms just so that I can get more equipment out to raise the cap on my units, basically. Because I have crammed enough random upgrades into these guys that I think the Merchant of Steel is less valuable. So it's Forgotten Boons into Merchant of Trinkets, and maybe I want to duplicate a unit. Like, maybe duplicating this Battle Dancer is the best thing I can do, because it gets Valor faster. And my top row looks like these 4, 5. So I've got 2 spare slots. So yes, there's a possibility that I am duplicating this Battle Dancer with Dualism because I don't want to run the Spear Stewards. That's actually pretty legit. Yeah, let's go over here. Checking the Merchant of Steel. I'm pretty happy, I think, with Strength Stoning the Avenger. And then I'd have to reroll to get something else cool, so we're going to look at this. These suck. These are awful. The Crystallized Wing can crystallize Demonize. Can also crystallize the merged equipment. But I think these are just bad. It's not that effect is not worth enough. The Celestial Cascade should be worthwhile. And the Radiant Arms is pretty okay. Grab those 2, move on. I'm gonna reroll the Merchant of Steel. We've seen so many large stones this run. Really funny. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, anything I take at this point is like bumping up a Spear Steward or something. But large stoning a Spear Steward is not awful. It definitely represents more of something. So we're gonna take that. I'm gonna purge the other Spear Steward because it's just extra now. We've managed to work past our Spear Stewards. Mostly. Hearthstone, yeah. I feel like I've gotten so many like misses and subpar situations this run. But at least the Celestial Cascade will help me on some of my primary scaling methods. I think key to our success is going to be locking down Seraph. So there's a few things that we can do to make that happen. Okay, so we're missing 2 of our Battle Dancers in our initial deployment. Just need to get them out as we go. Yeah, this pretty much is what it is. This does mean the Firebrand is getting off to a good start. It should be profiting Valor from its second round on. Playing a Dreg here doesn't matter very much. Nor does an Entombed Explosive. I want to get that going, get the Valor started. Could play Challenge on a Seraph here, I think. I do want to get rid of Dregs. We want to get rid of Entombed Explosives, but we don't want to lose this 4 armor. Let's see, where does this Glass Cannon go? I think I can play this here, and it'll be okay. Challenging Seraph doesn't matter much here, because we're going to cash it out immediately, but we'll go for it. This is where the Jackstrip's pick really pays off. Alright, so I'm definitely raging you. Send him up. these out. Inspire. No Wix targets. I don't actually want to play Wix. Just get rid of it. It's missing 7 effective health because of the Deafening Herald. These guys suck so much. Thankfully, the Celestial Cascade might help this unit hold on. Okay, let's see. I need to get the Battle Dancer up top. How do we look if we block with a drag? No better. I think we're losing the Firebrand. I have to play into this Chosen Ardent, too. It makes my bottom floor look worse. But I think we just send it. I cannot safely play Inspires right now, because the Celestial Bastion gains 5 attack. Makes him kill the Battle Dancer. If we fly Talos to the front, we can take a bigger hit, which lets me play the Inspires. I think I need to. Actually, wait. We have a quick attacker here, which kills the Bastion. So this is just for scaling. Which means I'd rather get the 21 Valor, I think. Cash in. Want this out of the way. Ugh, we are beset, but just do this. How bad is this? Well, that could be a lot worse. Get the equipment out onto the Avenger. I think I Rising Rage the Deafening Herald. No, we just let this happen as is. I don't want to interfere with that preview. Fly you out of the front line, I think. And then I'm probably raging the Battle Dancer here. Heaven's Word doesn't do any damage for me. So we've got a damage shield on this, which gets me some leeway. Got about 39 damage coming in, which is beneficial for this unit, because he recovers more than that. We want the Death Suit out most of all, and then since I have the Death Suit out, I can Drip Ball you, but on this floor, we'll take an extra 10 damage incoming if I do that, so our damage will move to about 45. That should be tolerable. Preview still looks alright. So we've got about 14 damage incoming here. If I actually demonize the Avowed Gladiator, they have no damage output here. Which is a bit of something fun and cheeky that I can do. Let's see. I cannot Radiant Arms and Demonize. That's such a shame. Because if I could do both, I could use the Radiant Arms to protect the Battle Dancer. Let's see. So, on the quick hit, he's taking 7 times 57. Is that killing him? Well, if it was 10 times 50, I would know it was a kill. Let me just demonize and look. We're okay after the demonize, so I'm just going to let that go, and then he'll get the Valor. He's up to melee weakness 11. So the game plan is just that we want to one-shot Seraph. Silence is pretty annoying. I can remove the silence by ascending the Deafening Herald. I think we do that, and then we fly Talos back and forth to get the kill on the Avowed Gladiator. Well, I can't fly her back and forth. And if I fly her up to the front, simply she just dies. The Curses of Entropy are becoming too much. I should have honestly just taken the holdover Dripfall when I was offered it, because I could have done that earlier this run. Let's see, if I fly Telos to about here, I think we kill. Our Quick Striker is hitting for... Oh, right, this is melee weakness 3. I'm forgetting how good the melee weakness is. So, means the Battle Dancer hits for... melee weakness 1 is double, so melee weakness 3 should be quadruple, meaning this hits for about 200 on Quick. So the incoming damage we can expect is 19. Then, unfortunately, the Seraph hit does kill the frontliner, so we are losing this Battle Dancer. Because we couldn't move Seraph away. But we still don't cash in our melee weakness, so we got up to 16. Let's see. I'm going to Rising Rage the Ardent so that I can play spells more freely. And I think I go for the Heavensward here to correct my positioning. So that should be fine. And then see if I want to Dripfall something. Titan Skin here is cringe. Challenging the boss triggers the Chosen Ardent, which I'd rather not do. I don't think I can benefit from challenging one of these guys, or necessarily from Dripfalling them. I can challenge my own Battle Dancer here, and he takes a hit for 20 to pop that, but he should stay alive afterwards, and I get an extra shift. Oh, also, I can use Wickless Recruitment to make that play work better for me. It's funny. So yeah, we'll do that. He profits a little more. I mean, the readout for me on this is if I Dripfall this Deafening Herald, I don't have to be silenced next round, and then that should take 3 damage on its way back up, so that I never have to be silenced. Oh, it gets healed. It gets healed, so it gets out of that circumstance. Let's see. Do we maybe Rising Rage the Chosen Ardent? No, I think I just need to scale my own units here. What can we leave at the front? These guys all hit pretty hard. Maybe I demonize one of them out of the way. Or Dripfall and or demonize some guys. I really want to be able to cash in this 55 Valor. I've got 1 damage shield in this unit. There, that's enough. I just really wanted this guy to be armored. Okay, so we're silenced, which is cringe. I think what I do here is move these dudes out of the way. Remove the silence. So now... if I post him at the front, I win. And I play the Curse of Entropy. Yep, still win. Got it. Doesn't matter who dies. I took way more damage from that Herald than I wanted to, but hey, whatever. This would be so much easier if I had found the right room, or if I had found a set of upgrades at like a different timing. I'm not sure if I can beat the Titans. I think I might just get overwhelmed, because I have an underwhelming suite of relics. I'm just not sure about this. But maybe we can do enough. I mean, even that win on Seraph was largely based on bursting him out with an incredible amount of like sudden damage. But a lot of that round, I'm kind of locked out of things. It's a pretty similar draw profile to last round. I'm going to drip fall him to block a round of corruption coming in. I do have a corruption solution, but it's still not great. Did not get his chosen equipment. We get a lot of corruption coming in here. It's a bit problematic. Death suit you. What if we do a self-sack here for damage shield 4? Let's just see what that looks like. Well, with that, we profit in health by quite a lot. We're only taking out one guy because we only make one attack so far. We don't have our revenge effect. I'll just, ooh, can't afford to play that, I see. The extra corruption is too much. But I'm still going to do that. Still do this. I like those plays. I'm just going to get rid of this drag. And start scaling up here. Doing 500 damage, but we cash in the melee weakness 6. That's funny. It's 45 armor. How are we looking? Okay, no longer under threat of dying. That is great. Next Battle Dancer. Escort it to the top. Play this. Fly. We're not dying. Cool. Either Pyrelight or Heavensward here. Heavensward puts the Avenger at the front. Should be really worthwhile, actually. It's doing 1,000 damage instead of what we were dealing with, so that's a lot more. I'll give up on Pyre's Light for a turn. Okay, there's our merged equipment. Want to get that out immediately. We're threatening to lose the Avenger. I don't like to see that. If we do this, we don't lose the Avenger or the Battle Dancer. I think I need to be playing these Pyre Lights even if we eat a Discordant Toll. I think I can sneak you in here and not take more damage. Okay. This Chosen Assassin is going to be a problem. My thought is maybe we escort it to the front and then quick kill it with our quick unit. Got the other sweeper in the mix too. The other sweeper should be dead from jack strips. That is correct. Actually drip fall you and then rising rage you to put you in the right spot. Okay, we should have a very good Wickless recruitment on this Firebrand if we need to. Looks like we don't need to. We have enough Valor that the Firebrand is now, like, self-perpetuating. which means we should be able to remove the corruption from one of these units. Where is it most problematic? Just remove the biggest corruption value. Let's see. I could fly to benefit these two. Go ahead and do that. It also puts more damage onto entropy every time we fly, so we're going to send it. I don't know if we can afford to play Curses of Entropy. I'm going to not do that for now. Yeah, this Firebrand is doing a lot now. Finally got the Fight Club. Okay, it's an annoying multi-strike. Looks like Talos cannot take this hit. Who can? This is about 60 effective health. I don't have anybody who can actually take that hit, and that doesn't help very much. But it does do more damage to Savagery. Okay. These are not great outcomes, but they're okay. I think I might be able to get through. Okay, Savagery's dead there. We're losing the Avenger, which I hate. I think we can actually fly up Talos and not lose Talos. So we'll do that. I can play this Battle Dancer. I think I need to play the Battle Dancer and Rising Revenge it before I move Talos to the front. Rising Rage, not Rising Revenge. Mixing up stuff. But flying Talos to the front of that needs to be the last play. Battle Dancer. Rising Rage. I want an arena down here, although it's a little late for that to matter. I don't think that's important anymore. We send out a challenge on you, because he's actually vulnerable to that. And I'm not playing this Inspire, because we lose another, like, 10 health on Talos if we do. Talos does not have that much to spare. Get rid of this drag. Sacrifice that I am willing to make. Okay, we need a little bit more work done on Entropy. Doing some of that here, not quite enough. Looks like I can send another unit up to the top floor to trigger all those shifts. We don't lose Talos with this. Play out the Firelight. If I play the Heaven's Word, it probably puts Talos at the front of the line, which I don't think I want to do. Got one quick killer. I can never get the... Oh, he's got damage shield 1 because he got equipped. I think I still can't leave him at the front of the line, but I want to see what it looks like if we play that. That looks like we lose Talos, but we kill Entropy. Savagery's already dead. So I should actually be able to afford losing Talos here, as I no longer need the melee weakness effect on anything. All we need to do is get in, like, the last couple Firelights. Uh, 150 damage there. So we just play Curses of Entropy, and we win the fight. Cool. We got there. 5 Pyre health is plenty of Pyre health. That's like a whole nother turn. That is win number 132. And since I have finished a run, I'm going to let you all know a very simple method for cranberry sauce. I cannot stand canned cranberry sauce. I think it's not very good. It's super, super duper sugary. You don't need to make your cranberry sauce that sugary. What I like to do for cranberry sauce, you just buy the packet of cranberries, you, like, wash it a little bit, you empty it out into the pot, and you just fill that up with a bit of orange juice. There's enough sugar in orange juice, and you get a good orange kick. You can add more sugar to that if you really need to, but you probably don't. You just bring that up to a boil, let it simmer down. You get like a knob of ginger or some ginger paste in there, as well as a cinnamon stick or two, and you're gonna have yourself a good cranberry sauce. Just bring that up to boil, then take it down to simmer, then let it simmer down. The cranberries break apart all on their own, and it turns into a delicious sludge. Simple, super simple. All right, next round.